Hello, I am Viddy of Video Games for Fun, and I am here with yet another first impressions video. I would have uploaded this video sooner, but I have had a one-off sort of work gig thing. Still, after that work gig, as I've said on Instagram, which I'm still trying to get grips with, I played Kingdom Hearts 3, which I got the morning of that day. So I think it's best to start this off with how much I've played for Kingdom Hearts series or what Kingdom Hearts games I've played. So I have gone into the Kingdom Hearts series fairly recently on the PlayStation 4. I completed Kingdom Hearts 1, which I did a review of last year, specifically the final mix on PlayStation 4. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I haven't done the reverse rebirth mode, whatever it's called yet, but I've essentially completed that one. I have completed Kingdom Hearts 2, fairly recently too, and I will do a review of that later this year. And I've also watched the batch of cinematics of 358 by 2 days. Yeah, that's what it's called, I think, which was available on the PlayStation 4 collection. And I haven't played Birth by Sleep, and I didn't watch the coded one, at least not yet. So since I haven't necessarily played a fair amount of Kingdom Hearts games, and I've only played 3 hours of what is meant to be this big, huge RPG, you might say, how is this first impressions video going to make much sense? Well, let's give it a try anyways. So get those keyblades ready and let's get on with it. Now, one thing I will say off the bat is that I think it was one, let alone 2 occasions where it actually does say that you can't record, so to speak, certain parts of Kingdom Hearts 3. I am going to honour Square Enix's and Disney's wishes by not showing you those scenes. However, I will say that they generally did, for the most part, consist of moments from the past Kingdom Hearts games, which was really, really lovely to see. And also, and now that I've done 3 hours of Kingdom Hearts 3, of course, it is understandable that I can't make much sense of the story at this point, or I don't have much to say about it. It does seem like it's going to take its time a little bit, and it certainly is confusing, especially due to the fact that there are characters or settings I may not necessarily be as familiar with regards to the Kingdom Hearts series. But I have got a grasp of things without trying to spoil myself in recent months, like such as who Aqua is, and the big bad, you might say, of the Kingdom Hearts series. You know, those sorts of things. And I might as well say that it doesn't start off like how Kingdom Hearts 2 sort of starts. Now, I liked Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'll go into more depth about it in my review later this year. But for those of you who remember how Kingdom Hearts 2 began, Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't begin like this and puts you, for the most part, right into the action with Sora, Keyblade ready. And speaking of Sora, gosh, look at how good he looks. Those graphics. Sora, we've seen him, look better graphically ever since the first Kingdom Hearts game. It's gotten better. Again, this is a beautiful looking game. I will say that there are, the way certain characters look, such as Hercules, for example, and I'll get back to that, do look, I don't know, they seem a little bit off to me, even though the game still does continue the quality trend of translating the Disney classics to the third dimension. Yeah, I think that's how you phrase that. So Kingdom Hearts still continues the trend, and it looks lovely, but I guess there are tiny blemishes there that just look a bit odd and all that sort of thing. Still, the game runs pretty smoothly, so not too much complaints about the graphics. And with the sound, well, the music, as you Kingdom Hearts players, gamers, veterans may know, the music is good. No complaints about the music so far. And there are a few tunes in it which will be familiar to any Kingdom Hearts person, and of course the motifs and the main theme, that sort of thing, you can't complain about. As for the voice acting, well, the voice acting is fine, but I can't help thinking that the long gaps between actors reprising their roles as certain characters has had a negative impact on how the characters sound. It's a bit hard to explain, but the voice acting is not exactly perfect, but for the most part it is fine, complete of course with the dialogue and the story and all that stuff. Now on to the gameplay. Now as you can see here, it's very similar to before. You know, you hack and slash away at Heartless and whatnot with your Keyblade, and you take on some really spectacular boss fights. I mean, I'm only 3 hours into the game and I've taken on these giant bosses? Seriously, how could they get any more massive than that? The reaction commands that really became a thing in Kingdom Hearts 2 really do make their presence known in Kingdom Hearts 3 and then some. The use of the focus drive or whatever it's called, which I won't talk about too much, does seem to replace the drive gauge from Kingdom Hearts 2. So the special abilities which require attractions, your party members, they are pretty they are pretty awesome. And of course Donald and Goofy, I seem to have no problem with controlling them as well. And also, and I think this is a first for the series, you get to control more than just, well, you get to have more than 2 AI partners with you. You can have Donald, Goofy, and Hercules. And speaking of Hercules, I didn't get to try out that Titan, Olympus, whatever it was, demo at PAX with Kingdom Hearts 3, but it was here in the flesh. I think the Olympus part of PAX was essentially meant to be the tutorial to the game, with Toy Story not being as much of a tutorial. Of course, I had to play Toy Story because that's like new to the Kingdom Hearts universe, and I haven't got to the Toy Story segment in this game yet. But you do mostly start out, well, your first Disney world is essentially the Hercules Olympus world, and that's mostly where the tutorial takes off, where you learn about the special abilities and whatnot, and it was a blast to play. The world was fairly big, but you can apparently warp between save points, so if you're missing out on treasure chests or items or whatnot, there is plenty to explore here and plenty of fighting to do. And you get to look at your abilities, your equipment, and the Moogles are very similar to how they were in Kingdom Hearts 2 with the synthesis. And I guess I've barely scratched the surface. Some first impressions video this is of 3 hours of a big game like Kingdom Hearts with a fair amount of cutscenes. Some of the cutscenes did go on a bit long, I think. And a fair amount of hack and slash with some special abilities, and there'll be definitely more and more special abilities, more Keyblades, as I explore more and more of the Disney world, and maybe try to make some sense of the story. And I'll also have it even flown in that gummy ship. Well, that's my first impressions video of Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm sure it's a pretty good game, generally speaking. I'm sure the gameplay will be fine. Maybe those who aren't as familiar with the other Kingdom Hearts games outside of, say, 1 and 2, perhaps. Maybe it's one of those stories where it's not like, you've randomly playing a Kingdom Hearts game for the first time and this is it and you don't understand what's going on. But I guess we'll see how the story progresses and all that stuff. So, have a good day or night or whatever it is, and I will see you very soon. Probably won't have a video up this weekend, but we'll see. Work is piling up a bit. And by work, I mean taking on the Heartless with my trusty Keyblade. Yeah. Goodbye.